Hey folks, my name's Ed Travers. My pronouns are he, him, and his. I'm an Anglican priest serving in the beautiful parish of Christchurch-Shelburne that sits on the ancestral and on the unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Now this week we've been talking about seeing Jesus. It comes from that story from the 12th chapter of the Gospel of John, where some Greeks come along and say, we want to see Jesus. And that statement has, well, it's grabbed me this week. Seeing Jesus is one thing. It's important. You know, we want to see Jesus. We want to see the characteristics. We want to see the nature of Jesus. We want to see Jesus. We want to see Jesus at work in the world. We want to see Jesus in the eyes and in the hands of the people around us, working with us. The ones who are dreaming with us. The ones who are marching with us. Who are building with us. We want to see Jesus. There is something really valuable in seeing Jesus. There's something really valuable in knowing his characteristics and seeing his nature beside you. There's something valuable in learning about him. But ultimately, seeing is not enough. To realize the full benefits of who Jesus is, it requires knowledge. It requires the knowledge that can only come from relationship. So where these Greeks said, we want to see Jesus, I would ask, do you want to know him? Because knowing Jesus is better. It's more. It's fuller and deeper. Knowing someone means that there's a relationship there. Right? It's not about knowing of them, it's knowing them. It's not just the superficial stuff you see on the outside, it's knowing them, it's knowing their heart. It's knowing their mind, it's knowing how they think and how they feel. It's knowing how they respond. It's knowing how they dream. Knowing someone is about a relationship, and the relationship offers an energy between you that encourages and challenges, builds both parties up. It builds all the people involved in that relationship up, brings them to a new place. It encourages them to grow, to become more. It encourages a mutual respect. It doesn't have to be admiration, but it encourages a mutual respect, and in that respect what we find is confidence. And with that confidence we continue to grow. Knowing someone is very different than seeing them. When I was a kid, we used to go see hockey games, and my dad would take me to Montreal and we would go see a hockey game, and I can remember seeing the players on the ice. I'm a big Boston Bruins fan, and at the time Ray Bourque was king. He was king of the Bruins, 77. Cam Neely was there, Rick Middleton was there, Reggie Lemelin was there, Glenn Wesley was just getting started. It was a golden age as a young teenager. And I'd go and I'd watch these games and I'd see these guys skate around. I'd see them skate around and be, wow. You know, and you'd watch Neely hit somebody, or you'd watch Jay Miller fight John Cordick, or whatever the case might be. But it was after the games, my dad would let me stand outside the Montreal Forum and wait for the players to come out. And there'd be a group of kids there, all looking for autographs. And those guys that we watched on the ice skate around, they would spend just a couple of minutes with us. The biggest stars, right? Ray Bourque he spent a minute. It felt to me like an hour. It was probably only 13 seconds. But he spent that time. How are you? Did you like the game? What did you think? Where are you from? What's it like down there? Oh, I've been to New Brunswick. My dad lives in Moncton. He would he would tell me these things, and we'd have this little conversation. Now it sounds to me, as I'm saying this, it sounds like him and I became best friends. No. But having that interaction with him, knowing him, that little bit, as a 14 or 15-year-old kid, knowing my idol just a little bit. The next time I seen him play hockey, it had changed it. It wasn't the same as watching some voiceless character skate around and score a goal. It was, that's Ray Bork. I know Ray Bork. Knowing someone adds something that I can't really describe. Knowing someone, even just a little bit, knowing them just a little bit more than seeing them. Having just that tiny connection. It adds something to your life. So the question, do we want to see Jesus? Do we want to know Jesus? I would always choose that I want to know him. I want to know him. And I want to know him more and more and more. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord's face be made to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord's countenance be lifted up to you, and may you always know the peace of being in the Lord's presence. And I pray that you will come to know those people. I pray that you will come to know our God in a way that gives you life, in a way that is deeper than knowing of them, in a way that is deeper than seeing them. I pray you will know them in a way that lifts you up. Amen.